Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is year 12, week number 591.
Kevinisomoto says, welcome to the vlog.
There's a lot of these places that are very famous and just kind of iconic locations around the city. And, while I'm here, I just want to go and be able to see these things in person. So, one of these places is the financial district, which is on the very southern end of Manhattan. This location is very close to where Ground Zero happened, and near the 9/11 memorial they built this thing called the Oculus, which is this really beautiful, from the outside and from the inside, it's just a super futuristic looking building, fairly new to New York. I think it's only been around for less than 4 or 5 years maybe. There's a train terminal on the inside. It's basically a mall. And it's open 24 hours. So I went there at night one night just to kind of check it out, walk around. They're doing a little bit of construction in there, but because of the time of day, there was barely anyone in there. So I got to get some nice photos, just kind of walking around and taking in the way this place looked. The other thing I wanted to talk about this week is art and museums in New York City. The art here is truly incredible. It's probably my favorite activity being here in the city that I've been doing is just going around and visiting these very, very iconic museums that are in the city. Morning, everyone. Walking over to, that's the Guggenheim right there. It's about 35 degrees out here right now. And I'm just kind of walking over. Gonna spend a few hours here, check things out, and then I'm gonna walk around this area of town and then figure out something to eat before I go back. I try to go to 1 or 2 a week, just when I have time, when I'm not working and whatever. And this week in particular, I wanted to talk about Guggenheim. There's that museum, and then just a few blocks away is the Met, also a very famous museum. But this is my most controversial take in regards to museums that I've seen so far in New York. I did not enjoy the Guggenheim. At UCSD, when I was going to school there, they had just opened a brand new music auditorium. The architecture in that place was very interesting. Same designer. That's the reason why I was kind of familiar with this going into it. But as famous as this place is, I think I just built it up so much in my mind about what the experience is going to be looking at this place and seeing photos of it. For this one in particular, I was very, very underwhelmed when I actually went to this museum. One of the pieces that they had there that I thought was interesting was the exhibit was basically these digital frames all lined up. So each of these photos here, they look at first glance like you're just looking at a photograph, a portrait of a person, but in actuality, you're looking at a really long looping video where the person's just staying very still in the shot. There's a bunch of very famous museums all throughout New York, and I think that this is one of the ones that is so highly regarded. There's like a handful of them that are very large and famous, but by comparison, this one was very low tier for me, very, very underwhelming. Okay, last thing I wanted to touch on this week is updates surrounding the ghost that I'm living with. If you didn't know, I am under the belief that I have a ghost that's living with me here in this Airbnb. Last week, or the past 2 weeks, we've had various light bulbs go out. This week, nothing new to really report on in regards to that whole saga. I'll be still on the lookout though for next week. The one thing that I will say, and I have not captured this on camera yet, so I don't want to fully report on it yet, but every once in a while when I'm sleeping, this is the bed right here that I sleep on. So this behind me here is the bed that I sleep on, and the bed faces towards the front door. And on the front door, there's a frosted glass window that kind of looks out into the hallway. So you could see the glow of the light from the hallway through that front window if there's a light on in the hallway. I mentioned that there's the one light bulb that is motion activated that's in the hall. So it should only be activated and turned on when there's someone walking through that hallway. And I haven't captured this on camera yet, that's why I haven't talked about it, but every once in a while when I'm going to sleep, it'll be like the middle of the night and I'll see that light go on. And the reason I know is because the glow of the light spills through that window and into my room. And so it's a little weird, you know? Usually when this does happen, it's the middle of the night and I don't think to just grab my camera and start filming it. So I haven't actually captured this on camera yet, but I would say maybe once every 3 nights or so, I notice the light go on, and I can't explain it, but it does happen. So one of these nights I'll be able to capture that, I'll get it on camera, and then I'll film it and put it into the vlog so that you know what I'm talking about. There's nothing new to report on for this week besides that. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good week number 592, and I'll see you in the very next video.